Hello, welcome to Finana's page where I discuss social issues and entertain you with family and lifestyle content. So today I am addressing young girls, ladies especially who has attained the age of marriage or who are looking out for a life partner. Today's topic is for you. So I'm here to talk about that one thing you shouldn't do on your first date, on your second date, on your 50th date, on your 100th date, on your whatever date with a guy. That one thing you should not do if you want to get the real character of the man you're going out with. If you want to know the real character of the guy you are going out with, that one thing you should not do. That one thing you should always remember to avoid. That one thing that should always ring as a bell on your head whenever that question pops up. That one question that will always ring gang on your head and tell you, now you gotta be careful. Now you gotta watch out. So this is a question you probably have heard before because it's almost always common. It's a question that guys normally ask on, early dates. When they are having early dates, it's a question they normally ask. That question may seem normal, it may seem harmless, it may seem simple, but I want to point out something to you concerning that question. That question, 90% or let me say 80% of guys that ask this question, they are not real or they don't want to be real with you. 80% of guys that ask you this question, they are not interested in you. They are interested in getting something from you. 80% of guys that ask that question, they don't want to do their assignment, right? They don't want to do their homework and find out the real you. They are fast, they are in a hurry, so they want to really get something and get going. So when you go out on your early dates and your guy pops this question, what do you want in a man? Tell me what you want in a man. Or can you tell me what you want in a man? So I can, be that man that you want. I just want to know what you want in a man so that I can know how to take care of you. Guy should be the ringing tone when you hear this question. Now let me explain. A guy that is real, a guy that is also interested in you, will come into the relationship. He will do his assignments. He will work hard to get to know you. He will even do his background checks, right? And most of the times, this guy already has observed you even before approaching you. This guy has already observed you. He has already done his background check on you before getting closer to you or before asking you on a date. Now, if that is the case, there won't be any need of asking you what you want in a man. What he has to do is to present himself the way he is. And if he is what you want in a man, you will definitely know. And if he is not, you will definitely know. Now, when a guy just jumps into your life and his first question is to ask you what you want in a man, can't you sense something fishy? Now, when you begin to download and upload, you start reading, you bring out your diary and start reading out the things you want in a man. I want, of course, he physically has already met your specification. You want a very tall, fair, handsome, or a very short, black, ugly guy. And he has met your physical criteria. That's why you've even gone out with him in the first place. So you will now start telling him that you want a God-fearing guy, you want a guy that sits in the front seat at the church every Sunday. You also want a guy that reads his Bible every night before he sleeps. You want a guy that will always call you in the morning, call you in the afternoon, call you in the evening. Then you want a guy that will always buy something for your mother and always come to your house to visit your parents, even when you're not around. You also want a guy that will, you know, give you breakfast in bed and treat you like a queen and buy you roses. Okay, so what he's doing at this moment, he's capturing all those things you're saying. Okay, he's uploading them into his own system. He's taking them in, and that is the see finish for you. He knows everything already. You have given him, you have handed him over your data. You've told him, you've given him the summary of the summary expo of the whole thing. You just summarize the expo, give him. So he doesn't need to do much again. Now he will start calling you every morning. And when he calls you in the morning, he will tell you that he's just coming back from morning mass. When he calls you in the afternoon, he will tell you that he's just finished speaking with Father now. That he was with Reverend Father. He just finished talking with Reverend Father now. When he calls you in the night, he will even read Bible together with you over the phone. Two of you will read Bible at night before you sleep. The next day, he will go and visit your mom at her shop and buy her things. Next week, he will, he will start buying you gifts and buy you roses and buy you all those things that you need. At the point itself, you have forgotten. You have totally forgotten that you were the one that sold yourself out. You have totally forgotten that you were the one that listed all these things to him. Yes, because normally it's just, it was a question and you just answered it and you just forget it. So you've forgotten. And at this point, you now get wild, like you start to get carried away. What is going on? How come this guy is so taking care of you and he's so doing everything that you ever wanted? He's, this guy is so good. How does he know? Like, wow, how do you know that these are the things I ever wanted? And oh, nobody has ever loved you this way. You're very sure now this is the guy. And you get carried away, right? You fall in love with this guy and you love him so much. And guess what? That's not it for him. For him, he will just be smiling and said, like, how foolish can this girl be? Look at, oh, I just have to do this. And, and him now, his own list, he will now be saying, okay, I've done this one. I've gone to morning mass and I've gone to church on Sunday. He will even, record himself on Sunday when he's at the front seat. He will record himself and show you how he sits in the front seat. And he will now say, okay, I've done this one. I've visited her mama. When he completes his list, is also when he's, rounding up, getting done with you. And he will start misbehaving. At this point, he will start misbehaving. And you will start wondering what happened. And then you will start feeling guilty, right? You will be feeling like there's something you did. Because this guy is just so good. He's just so perfect. There's no way it wouldn't be something that you've done. Maybe something you said to him or something you did, that is bringing up his attitude. He's no more calling you in the morning, afternoon, and night. He's no more communicating with you. What's going on? Just a whole lot of, unpleasant things will now start unfolding, which are not what you bargained for. But these are things you would have normally seen if you did not download yourself to him. If you didn't tell him, if you don't tell him what, the things you want in a man, if you allow him to present himself the way he is, if you allowed him to work hard to find out what you want, by the time he puts in effort to to find out what you want. And if he is not real, he may decide it's not worth it. And at that initial stage, he would leave you alone, because he may decide it's not worth the effort to even go and start trying to please you. And if you don't download yourself to him, you will be able to, no matter how he tries to hide it, you will be able to find his natural self, his normal self, who he is. Okay, if you don't tell him that you want someone that will be calling you morning, afternoon, night, and he is not that kind of person that calls morning, afternoon, night, maybe he's the one that calls once in 2 days. So at that initial time, he may be calling you like, once a day, once every day. And you, being that, this is not really what you really want, you can be able to make your decision if you want to adjust and be taking once a day call, or you want to still go for what you want. If you don't tell him that you want someone that goes to church every Sunday and sits in front seat, he may not even remember, right? And he wouldn't, on Sunday you will find out that he didn't go to church, and you will know how many Sundays he don't go to church, or in a month. Then you will be able to decide if this is what you want to settle for. So please always remember this. Anytime you go out on a date, on a new date, you meet a new date, you meet a new guy, please stop telling them what you want in a man. It's not healthy for you. So please, anytime you go out on your on a new date, or you meet a new guy, remember not to tell them what you want in a man. If he asks you what you want in a man, tell him you don't want anything. You just let him just be him. Let him just be himself. You just want a man that will be himself. You can tell him that you just want a man that will be himself. So let him just be himself. Just tell him to be comfortable and just be himself, that you just already love him the way he is. He should just play himself and be him. That way you can be able to, see him and know who he really is. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, criticize constructively, and share.